It's Tuesday morning coffee with Ken, so I better be going live. I got a little heartburn I'm kind of dealing with. In the morning, sometimes I'll take a pill that I take and I'll swallow it and I won't get enough water down. If you get that kind of stuck right here, it's very, very unpleasant. And I'm hoping I'm not dealing with one of those today. Woo! So let's chase it down with a little water. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. How are you? How are you today, Julie Flanagan? It's exciting to see you. I thought about you this morning, Julie. I go, do I need to call Julie and explain for the 73rd time kind of my new take on what I've been experiencing over the last, 4 years? Hello, Barry Stevens. And I was in a rush, Julie, so I didn't call you. Hello, Sabrina. How are you? We got such friendly faces. Hey, guys, I really want to grow this platform. So if I got to take about 8 million people commenting about my bald head today, we're going to try and deal with it. We're going to try and deal with it as best we can, and we're going to try and ignore it. And I'm just going to get on my soapbox and preach, because I think my number one need right now, even maybe more above having a nice coffee conversation, is growing the crap out of this platform. And as weird as the amount of bald comments I've gotten over the last few days, I don't think it's a coincidence that my platform has grown very quickly over the last few days as well. So again, if there's, I've made a few people moderators here, again, just a refresher. If there's like racist stuff or really vile, hateful stuff, obviously get rid of it. But we're going to try and roll with Mr. Clean comments till the cows come home. I called Chip last night and said, hey, Chip, as stupid as all these comments are, what if I just sat here and had people call me Mr. Clean for like 10 hours straight? How much watch time? I mean, yes, it wouldn't be valuable content for you. Probably wouldn't make many good shorts or reels or TikToks down the road. I'm going to have to remove TikToks from my terms. I'm frightened for TikTok, by the way. Just from what I have read, it wasn't as easy as Trump waving a magic wand, because there's some serious legal repercussions for like Apple and Google if they let people download that app, in 5 years once Trump's gone, unless something gets taken care of. And if I were one of you, good morning, Pat Riley, thinking of buying one of those phones on eBay for the app, I wouldn't do it. I think like that would be buying Barry Bonds' 70th home run or whatever he had, his 73rd home run. Don't know how much that's worth these days. Good morning, Byron. How are you? But anyway, good morning to you. Hold on here. Go like this a little bit. That's better. I was kind of leaning over. How comfortable can you be doing a Coffee with Ken talk show if you're leaning over the whole time? Probably not very comfortable. RJ, or not RJ, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chip. Chip said he's heard Microsoft might purchase TikTok. We shall see. Well, we meet again. Thin Diesel. I won't do that yet. Good morning. Well, that's all right. Vin Diesel. I mean, Vin Diesel is pretty cool. But anyway, I don't know if Microsoft would purchase TikTok. I'll bet you anyway, honestly, if Microsoft bought TikTok, they would change it. It wouldn't be TikTok anymore. I think part of, not the coolness, because so much of it sucked in terms of the troll of hateful accounts, but I think a lot of its coolness was that it was made in China, and was that the rules there are different than the rules here. Yes, you couldn't mention Adolf Hitler, let's say, on TikTok, but you could say anything else just about. You couldn't mention, you'd be afraid to mention other social media platforms, or you'd be afraid to talk about communism, but you could say all sorts of other things. Yeah, you could say all sorts of other things. Yeah, my head is like an egg. But anyway, again, good morning to you. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, all right. That's just too weird to even look at. It is Tuesday morning. It is January 28th. It is 5:50 a.m. Happy Tuesday. This is a little show I have been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some experiences. It's just a show about me sharing a little bit about life. Yeah. See, people always say just ignore them, and then they keep saying just ignore him. And then I want to just ignore the person that tells me to just ignore them. Let me tell you, Alucard, you sit here and have somebody say something stupid to you 30 times, and then have 12 people tell you to just ignore them. You try to do this. You try to do this. Let's see you do it. You won't be able to. So screw you, Alucard. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for quite some time, and I am in good spirits. And just because I'm in good spirits doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you to shove it. Because Ken, in good spirits, isn't such a nice guy. He'll tell somebody what he thinks of them. He'll try to bite his tongue. He will bite his tongue for a while, but eventually his tongue will get sore, and he will tell him where to put it. So anyway, this isn't just a show about me talking. This is a show for anybody watching. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip. I'm at a different Starbucks. I got such a bad vibe from Starbucks, the one in downtown Naperville. Julie, you and I have been to that one. That I came to this one, and it was a further drive, and I overslept. I almost missed my show. But as things happen, it almost worked out perfectly. I got in my car. It was 5:44, and I got started. But anyway, yeah, I came to a different Starbucks with a manager I know and am friends with. And I was getting a nasty vibe at that one. It wasn't just me. I saw the looks on the faces of the employees were miserable there yesterday. They weren't happy. I actually left there rather than order a refill because I didn't want to feel their displeasure at my bothering them. And I bet you that's not what Starbucks corporate wants the feel to be. So anyway, I decided to drive a little further and come to this Starbucks. And I was talking to the very friendly baristas, and I yelled, "Is Katie here?" And they go, "Yes, she is." And I hear from the back, "Is that Ken?" Katie came out, gave me a nice smile. She's a friend of mine from back in the Starbucks days. We've known each other maybe 3 or 4 years, and we have our sons are about the same age. And she's just a kind, sweet person, and it was nice seeing her today. Kind of lifted my spirits a little bit. Back to the coffee. Alucard asked what type of coffee I ordered. I haven't been very specific here at Starbucks lately. I have just been ordering a coffee with cream and cinnamon. Why cinnamon, you may ask? About 2 weeks ago, I started renting a basement from a dude that lives in Naperville. He has a French press. Whoa, French press, very fancy. Quai Français. And anyway, he was making the coffee, and he recommended I put a little dash of cinnamon on it my first night there. And it was so enjoyable. I haven't really stopped. So now, although it does dirty my mugs, now when I go to Starbucks, I always tell them to pop in a little cinnamon, and it's nice. You should try it back home. I should do a shoot. First of all, I hate when anyone says you should, but I'm going to listen to it, Pat Riley, because I like you, and you are a hell of a coach. You should do a Super Bowl watching show in a week from Sunday. I would tune in. You would get big numbers, maybe from a bar or restaurant where they show the game. You think? I mean, I'm going to get to this coffee quickly, but I applied for a podcast again yesterday. And for those that have been watching a while, I applied to this same podcast a year ago. It pays an hourly. It's not paying a ton of money, but it pays something, and I think it'd give me some good experience. I mean, I don't know. Do I need any more experience? I'm talking all day right now. My voice might get tired talking on a podcast. But either way, it was a sports memorabilia podcast. And I interviewed a year ago, and they didn't give me the job because they thought I needed more sports knowledge. And I admittedly don't watch a heck of a lot of sports right now. So much so, I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. So maybe I shouldn't even interview for that job. I know it's Kansas City, but I don't know who the other team is. And I don't even really care. And I don't even like the thought of me spending 4 hours in a bar or a restaurant watching a game that I don't care about to do a coffee with Ken. So that is my roundabout answer for it. That's my roundabout answer. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I was live yesterday, too. Is it Philly? All right. They got Saquon Barkley, good little running back from Penn State. I'm practicing. I'm dropping names. They got a good offensive line. I think they've got a quarterback named Hurt, I believe. And other than that, I don't know anything. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking sports or podcasts. I appreciate that, Pat Riley. He thinks drinking tea is good for my voice. I must keep the voice strong and powerful. Oh! So anyway, I've got this hot cup of coffee, and yes, it's got cinnamon in it. It has cinnamon in it, and I am excited to have my first sip at this early hour. And my hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you've got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. I think they made it with more love here. Juan is suggesting a little honey in there. I've been going crazy on honey. Hope they find it cures something, because I've been drinking a lot of tea, and I put 3 or 4 packs in each cup. Yeah, honey's good. Cheers, Julie. I was wondering how many out there waited. How many out there are drinking coffee right now? Hello from France. France, I was just talking about the French press and how Français it is. Too bad you weren't in a little bit ago. We could have spoken in your native tongue. Hello. Well, thank you, Asher. Jay Purr voted Harris. Sabrina's drinking water. I did not vote Harris. Hate me if you will. But I did not vote Harris. It doesn't bother me that you voted for Harris. But I just wanted the record to show. I have blood work this morning. I was on my way there now, so I have to wait for my coffee today. To captains, it's possible, and you do what the doctor recommended. I believe it's possible to drink your coffee black before blood work, but I could be wrong. Wonder what this blood work's all about. Again, I'm very suspicious of the medical industry. I think it's a cash grab. Please do vote Harris for me next time. She won't run again. She might run again, but she won't get nominated. She won't get nominated. Some guy, Gavin Newsom, will get nominated, or I don't know who else is big. I hear that crazy dude from Philadelphia's like moving up the ranks. The guy that wears the hoodie. The guy that wears the hoodie. Who's the guy from Philly? No, well, J.D. Vance is Republican. I'm talking on the left. Good morning, Kelly. Hello, Sock Papa. Hello, James. Fetterman. Yeah. I can't even believe he won the Senate thing. But apparently he's still hanging out in his hoodie. He's got the head. I'll give him that. He's got the head. So in one ways, I'd almost throw him a vote just for that. But I only get one, so I can't throw it around to guys that walk around in hoodies. I just think hoodies, as casual of a guy as I am, and yes, I watched TikTok about Mark Cuban wearing T-shirts around, and one of the guys on Shark Tank asked him, "Hey, Mark, why is everyone wearing a suit and you're wearing a T-shirt? You know, don't you want to be more professional?" And Cuban said, "'Cause I can." And the guy said, "Well, that's because everybody in the room is selling Cuban. Cuban's not selling them." And a little bit, I kind of agree with that. I think you can be yourself. But if you're running for Senate and yourself is a hoodie, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. Chapter Chaser says he's not left anymore. He's flipping sides. Huh. Is that true? I mean, I don't know anything about his policies. I just couldn't believe there was a dude in there wearing a hoodie. You know, I don't know his policies. I mean, I probably heard some. I probably didn't like them. Hello, John. I just couldn't believe he was wearing a hoodie and he got elected. What is going on, Pennsylvania? Have you no standards? First, you send the Eagles to the Super Bowl, and then you elect Fetterman, the hoodie man, for Senate. I mean, part of me, if I really got my head around it, could think it's super cool that he did get elected wearing a hoodie, rocking the bald head. But part of me thinks there should be certain standards, and that might not be achieving them. You're from southern central Pennsylvania, Appalachia. He sucks. All right. I appreciate that. I don't even know why he sucks, other than he wears a hoodie. I thought that was weird. Okay, yeah, maybe I should practice. The dude wears shorts and a hoodie in the middle of winter, walk around the patio. He's an absolute disgrace. Well, if he's walking around is the patio at home? If he wants to walk around his patio buck naked at home, I don't care. But if he's going into the Oval Office and talking to the president about matters of national security, I don't know that he should be wearing a hoodie. It didn't bother me that Zuckerberg wore a hoodie. Because Zuckerberg, it was his company. He could do whatever the hell he wanted. And granted, I used to wear a tie all the time. And it wasn't that comfortable. Oh, okay, the Capitol. Yeah, well, wearing shorts and a hoodie in the Capitol does. If he was, you know what I mean? If he's walking around its patio, who's it for us to judge? But in the Capitol, I don't know. I wonder if he's got nice legs. Does anyone know? Do we have a picture of his legs? Someone in shorts can't help with national security. I'd rather they not be wearing shorts. Yes, I'd rather they not be wearing shorts. What does it matter how someone is dressed? I think it does, and I'm not going to argue with you here, but I think it does, and I think most people would agree with me. Zuckerberg checking out Jeff's wife was funny, though. Yeah. Jeff Bezos' wife? Was he? Was Zuckerberg on an interview on Joe Rogan? I saw like clips from it, and I don't know if it was edited. It might have been edited. Oh. Oh, still got that heartburn and the hot coffee going down. Juan Antonio Suarez doesn't trust Zuck. And that's kind of where I'm going with it on the Joe Rogan interview. Joe Rogan called him out and said, and again, it might have been edited, but it looked like he said, so you lied about all this stuff. You lied about this, you lied about that, and now you're flipping sides, right? And Zuckerberg just said, yep. And again, it might have been an edited interview. It might have been an edited interview. And that's usually what happens, because I can't imagine Zuckerberg would only come up with yep to being called a liar by Rogan on Rogan podcast. So I'm betting they clipped out some things. I'm betting they clipped out some things. Jack Purr said gas prices and eggs are going up. Honestly, I don't see gas prices going up. There's 2 gas stations right there and there, and both of them are asking for $3.15 a gallon, which is kind of roughly where it's been for a while. And I haven't bought eggs in a while, so I don't know about eggs. I don't like prices going up. The sad thing is prices aren't going down. I look at real estate from time to time. I look at little townhomes and that are $300 and some thousand that I don't even want. I look at single family that I wonder if I want, and they're $550,000. Granted, I live in a guy's basement, so I should probably want the house, but then I'd have to want to depart with that money as well. The housing market is screwed. I almost agree with you. I'll tell you what, I got realtor friends. I was a realtor 17 years, and I have some realtor friends. I called one the other day, and she was at an open house. I was impressed. I was really impressed with her. She was working. Kids today are never going to own a house, somebody said. Is that because the corporations are going to be buying them all up? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? That Bill Gates and China own half the farmland in the country or whatever? And again, I'm a free market guy, so I'm not opposed to that concept. But it scares me. Oh. Lots of corporations and businesses are buying up homes. You know, and if I'm selling a home, I want to be able to sell it to whoever I want. And we probably all forget that side of it. But it is problematic being on this side of the equation and not, almost even able to rent a home. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys out there have been actively searching for housing in the last couple of years. And I know my income's been spotty, and I've had divorce and bankruptcy and career change in the last 3 years. So I've been in a volatile situation. But even if you're not in a volatile situation, I follow some mortgage brokers on Facebook, and they are bragging that their deal got accepted, in 12 offers. And I get why they're bragging. But it still seems, at least in my area, every home that comes on the market gets multiple offers and only one is accepted. Somebody said people are buying up homes to make bed and breakfast for travelers on holidays. Yeah, but that's small potatoes, I'm guessing. That sounds, at least the description of it, kind of mom and pop. And mom and pop buying up a home for bed and breakfasts seems charming and seems good. But some sort of hedge fund buying up 5,000 homes in Illinois because they can seems dangerous to the housing market. Yeah. So anyway, we got a kind of nice audience today. It's a little kinder. It's a little bit smaller. Smaller and kinder. Bigger and less kind. But again, as I spoke out earlier today, I just went over 5,000 subscribers. I like that I could talk about this with you all. And I've never hidden my social media results from viewers. I feel you guys would want to know what's going on, would want to know the revenue growth, or would want to know the subscriber growth, and want to kind of feel like a part of it, like you're cheering for the home team. So we went over 5,000 subscribers yesterday, and we picked up about, 150 in the last 2 days. I go, wow, that's kind of cool. So I'm living in a basement. I've got a lot of financial responsibilities. I would like to not be stressed about money. I'd like to be able to, I've got 2 ex-wives, 4 beautiful kids. I'd like to knock the cover off the ball in child support and help with college for my older one and the one that'll be going to school in 2 years. In a perfect world, I'd love to give my daughter Morgan this car for her birthday, but that's in April, so that probably won't happen unless something really good takes place. But anyway, so I was thinking, things happen for a reason, and TikTok got banned a week or 2 ago, and I got on YouTube, and I've floundered a little bit on YouTube. Not floundered, but slowly been growing along the way over the last couple of years. Not floundered, wrong word. But it's been slow growth, and over the last 2 or 3 days, it's been fast. And this fast growth on YouTube wouldn't have happened if TikTok was still around, at least for me to use, where I could have gotten on the App Store. It wouldn't have. There's no way. So for those out there that are worried about something, and we all get worried about something, but I had people asking me for a long time, well, what are you going to do when YouTube gets banned? And I said, well, I'm not worried about it at all. I'll just keep going. I don't think it's going to get banned, but I'll just go on Instagram or YouTube or something, and it'll happen for a reason. I said, God will do it for a reason, and people were making fun of it. Me going, oh, you think God doesn't have anything better to worry about than social media platforms? I think he worries about everything. I don't think he worries about a dang thing, for the record. But I think he's got his fingers in a little bit of everything. And if TikTok is taken away, there was a reason for it. If I got a flat tire today, there was a reason for it. And I'll tell you what, going through with that attitude in life sure takes a lot of the worry out of it. Sure takes a lot of the worry about it. And it happens all the time. I'm sitting here now, 9 days or whatever after TikTok got shut down for me. And I'm going, wow, YouTube's a great platform for live videos. I had no idea. So anyway, we got 58 people watching, and we'd like to grow the audience. We got 19 people have given me a thumbs up. if the 39 people that haven't given me a thumbs up, whether you love me or hate me, could give me a thumbs up right now, I think YouTube would be kind enough to send me out to more and more people, which would grow my audience, which would get me to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube in, I wonder how fast I could do it. I'm always crazy. Okay, I picked up 150 in 2 days. Say in a month, that would be 2,250 I could add. So it would take about 2.5 months to get to 10,000. If I averaged 75 a day, it would take me 2.5 months to double my subscribers. And honestly, I say that and I go, that's not fast enough. That's not fast enough. How could I get to 10,000 subscribers in a month? I think that's the way one should think about things. And again, I had a buddy reach out to me and talk about write the destination down and work backwards and figure out how to accomplish it. Because right now I'm here at 5,000 whatever subscribers and I'm going, oh, let's just go and get as many as we can. What if I wrote down on the calendar 10,000 subscribers in a month? And then worked backwards and figured out what I had to do to accomplish that. Certainly, it's possible. Certainly, it's possible. And we could brainstorm ideas, go live 6-hour lives. Do lives at the Super Bowl, there's ways, post more videos, post less videos, but there's ways we could figure it out. And it'd be by putting the goal out there, 10,000 in a month, and working backwards. Somebody asked who's in my back seat. It kind of scared me. It scared me when people do it. Juan Antonio Suarez said, write down 100,000. You know what I would love? I would love one of those YouTube plaques, those gold plaques or those platinum plaques or a silver plaque, whatever color plaque they want to give me. I would love one. I would love one. And I would have to get an office where I could put one up. Yeah. It's funny, I don't care that much about money in life. I really don't. I really don't. But you give me some acknowledgement, you give me a little medal or a plaque that says, good job, Ken. I go, $1 million, what am I going to buy? But a plaque, I'll put it on my wall. It'll look really cool. I'll take pictures. I'll post it all over social media and grow my social media. Yeah, Nick, please sub to my page. Tell your friends to sub to my page. Yep, each 100,000 you'll get one, or is it 250? Well, I'm only at 5. Is setting the goal for 100 a little too lofty? Is setting the goal for too heavy? Oh, well, I'm sorry about that depressed stuff. I don't really believe that I don't believe in Judgment Day and that your friend who is now gone is going to face judgment. I just don't believe God casts people to hell. I just don't. Used to sit yeah. Do I shave my head? Yes, I do shave my head. I changed blades yesterday. About 2 months ago. I shop at Target a lot. I like it. It's decent quality stuff and usually pretty good prices. But I bought the knockoff Gillette orange shaving blades, whatever they're called, like Mach 7 or Ultra 5 or whatever they are. They come in an orange pack. And I bought the knockoff, the store brand. They're not as good. And I think I'd been shaving with the same blade for like a month. and maybe longer, maybe 6 weeks. And the other day I was shaving, I'm going, not sure if anything's coming off here. So yesterday morning I changed blades, and it felt really good. It's kind of hot in my car. So I'll turn down the heat, take a sip of water. You guys can take a break, get yourself some water as well. Eugenio Sanchez asked, how old am I? I am 56 years old. Rising Knowledge said, what's up, Bruce Willis? I appreciate that. Bruce Willis is cool. Emilio Perez. Yeah, I'm just going to sip on my coffee, look at the audience, wonder if Julie Flanagan, Chip, Sabrina, and wonder where Alexandra is today. Sirkan, I lost him with the water. Nick says, bro, you're young for 57. Well, first of all, Nick, I think that's a compliment, and I do appreciate it. But just not to correct you too much, I'm only 56. That's why. But I am good people, Emilio Perez. See, I should get back to talking about those plaques. Do we want to talk more about the YouTube plaques? Again, that gets me excited. That makes me smile. Hello, Julie. Hello, Alexandra. I messaged you yesterday, Alexandra. It was such an emotionally draining live last night. I had to reach out to a couple people, and, you know, I was tired all day, and I was going, oh, what happened there? What happened? What happened? I don't know. And then kind of I got a good night's sleep. It was hard getting up. I forgot to set my alarm. I woke up at 4:30. I thought I was ready to go. I started editing a video, and I went like this. And I caught myself snoring, and it was like 5:21. I go, crap. Coffee with Ken starts in 24 minutes. I'm laying in bed. I got to drive to a further away Starbucks and get it all going. And I have done it successfully. Yes. Am I the CEO of YouTube? No. But I would like to get 100,000 subscribers. So if you guys can subscribe to my page, it would help me get there. Alexander had a rough day yesterday, so went to bed early and just woke up. So sorry. Hey, Alexander, no need to. I appreciate your sentiment. I do, but no need to apologize. I'm demanding. I can be a little bitch. Julie! Julie! It's 2 a.m. She did it again. Let me tell you what she did this time. Ken, it's 2 a.m. This has been going on for 6 years. This is what she does. You should be used to it by now. But I'm not. It still hurts, Julie. It still happens. What do I do? Go back to sleep, Ken. Okay, Julie. Chip! I mean, I thought that was hilarious. I Oh, I don't know what somebody's saying, but you can try to be a stand-up comedian. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay. I could try to be a stand-up comedian. I don't tell jokes. If somebody says, do you know any good jokes? No. No, I do not. I don't like being told jokes. Especially the long ones. Because I'm sitting there going, all right, this better be good. Oh, it's not. 3 minutes wasted. Can't get that back. I should be a stand-up comedian. No, I don't. No. I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to go up on stage and talk to a mic. But honestly, and I've talked about it before, people say you should be a preacher or you should be a politician or a sobriety coach or a therapist. I think I can do that all right here. including comedian if I wanted to. But the key is growing this audience from 5,000 on YouTube to 10,000. And I think I touch people's emotions in various ways. Some people love me. Most people really like me. I say 10. Some people might say it's a little higher, but I'll say 10% hate me. But either way, a lot of people seem to want to watch. So here I am. And I'll talk about faith, and I'll talk about sobriety, I'll talk about divorce, mental health, financial troubles, DUIs, raising kids, my oldest getting baptized in a week and a half. Well, Julie, thank you. I've put a few moderators in. And because of that, they're cleaning up some of the conversation. And I just added the moderators last night. And YouTube does a job of screening some of the comments that seem offensive. And you can click on this little blue thing, and then I get to see them. And I think the moderators can as well and determine if it's offensive or not. But since I've hired the moderators, I got nothing to do other than talk and drink coffee. Well, Thanos, I wouldn't recommend you speak Chinese, is what I'm guessing that is, if you want to communicate with me. You could throw out a little Spanish at me. But certainly don't speak whatever that is, and I believe it's Chinese. Eugenio loves my confidence and vibe. I appreciate that, Eugenio. And I love your compliments. So I'm going to have a little more coffee. This has been a fun show. This has been easy. They're not all easy. Some are kind of hard. Some, like last night, I'm reaching out to my people that followed me over from TikTok. Gia said I look enlightened. Gia, how about you come to me? Everybody was saying I should fly out to Malaysia. I mean, what do you do in Malaysia? Like, okay, Gia, if I went there and visited you, I'm assuming you are a woman. And since we're probably not going to ever meet, I'm going to shoot for the stars and say, you're gorgeous. So let's say I fly out to meet Gia, the gorgeous Malaysian in Malaysia. What do we do? I mean, what do we do at the beginning? A No Country for Old Men asked, caffeinated or decaffeinated? Caffeinated. I'm having my first cup. It's my first cup. It's my first Yeti this morning. It feels kind of nice. I'm a little closer to picking up my kids at this location than I would be at the downtown store. I have kind people in there that seem to like their jobs. I am telling you, you guys go into Starbucks right now. The employees at a lot of them aren't happy because they've been given a lot of rules. Go in, check out the bathroom. There will be a sticker on it that said, bathrooms are for customers only. You know, and while I'm okay with that concept, I wasn't okay with the creepy vibe I got at my Starbucks the last few days with everyone explaining to me the new rules that are coming. It felt like I was in timeout a little bit. It felt like I was in time out a little bit, or I was in trouble, or I'd been breaking the rules. You know, I don't think the way it was presented to me, the guy that goes to Starbucks and is super friendly, in a good manner. Yeah, I felt like I'd been doing wrong things when they had lax rules. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It felt weird, though. Yeah, Chip says the bathroom should be for customers only. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Although I will say, if you gotta go, you gotta go. If I really gotta go and somebody tells me, sorry, bathrooms for customers only, excuse me, sir, I don't think you understand what I mean when I say I gotta go. And I don't know if that's just my diet I eat sometimes, but I assume we've all been there where you really, and I'm not talking playing around at all, gotta go. And if some 19-year-old manager at Starbucks told me, I'm sorry, sir, it's for paying customers only. I think I'd pull down my pants and show them what I meant when I told them I gotta go. Because you know what I'm saying. I agree, Chip. It should be for paying customers only. But I always kind of wonder about that. If I have to go, get the hell out of my way, sir or ma'am. Ken ain't playing today. Ken ain't playing today. So what do I do to that 90s manager? I don't know what that means. 55 says they've been there, but they buy something on the way out. I mean, that would be a nice solution, 55. That would be a nice way to do it. Hey, I'll get you on the way out. But we got to stop this conversation right now and get the hell out of my way. There better not be a line at that bathroom because I gotta go. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. I'm so excited to see Sandra Lynn here. She wasn't here for a while. I missed her a little bit. Folgers coffee. No. Duncan. Do I have money on my app? No, I don't. My schedule's changed. I've got a house. I mean, not a house. I've got a basement. So when I wake up, I tend to lay there for a little bit. I don't wake up right here and go, let's go get some coffee. I hope Dunkin' Donuts is open, and then I'll do my show whenever. And what I've been doing, hello, Ryan, is planning my show. That's the other thing. And that's the action plan that I didn't mention earlier when I was talking about growth here on YouTube. Planning my lives. And you guys know I'm going to go live at 5:45 every morning. It's got to be good for the audience. It has to be. And honestly, it's good for me too. And I didn't understand this because it gives me some structure that we all kind of crave. We don't know we crave it. But you know when you're a kid and you get you're sick and you're sick for like a week or it's summer break, let's say, and you have all summer off, you almost kind of start missing school a little bit. And you almost kind of start missing school. And it's kind of that structure. It's going into first period and seeing the cute girl you may or may not be sitting next to and finding out if any of your buddies are in a class. And yeah, it is important. And for me, I had no structure because I would sleep till whenever and do my show whenever and work out whenever. And the only real structure to my day was picking up my kids at their mama's house at 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and making it to my daughter's cheer meets. And that wasn't nearly enough for me. So just bookending my day with Coffee with Ken at 5:45 and Live with Ken at whatever, we don't have a better name than that, so it'll be Tuesday Night Live with Ken tonight at 6 o'clock, has shaped my day and given me a foundation for the day that gives me some comfort and peace and a feeling of productivity and purpose and not just kind of random drifting along. And that came because I got a scheduler. Actually, before I got a scheduler, I got a notebook. Actually, before I got a notebook, I went in there. I did a live about a week and change ago, right here, Went in there, said, hey, do you guys have a sheet of paper? They gave me a sheet of paper. I think it was Thursday night. It was Thursday night. And I wrote out my schedule for the rest of the Thursday. And all of a sudden, I felt more relaxed. And I felt at peace. And Chip goes, where's the live show on Facebook? Chip. And I go, well, I just did it. But either way, I felt more relaxed. And that night, I decided to schedule my shows, and I've been scheduling them ever since, and my audience is growing, and it feels really good. And I think I'm doing it with more purpose. Somebody's watching from the moon. This is the first time we've had a lunar visitor, but we appreciate it. I wonder if I know, because I know the manager. You love that I'm scheduled? Yeah, it's amazing, because you'd think structure would cause more stress, because you got to be somewhere. I was really depressed. I was drifting around. I was working, but it seemed aimless and endless. I think endless is the better word. It seemed like no matter how many videos I made or how often I went live, nothing mattered. And then all of a sudden I said, I'm going to do my lives at 5:45 and 6. And I go, okay, well, this seems like something we can track and watch and see how it does and see how it grows. And I'll tell you what, it's growing quickly. Holy smokes. This is in 5 days. And believe me, I don't think growth always takes this, it doesn't even always look like this. Because oftentimes I say we improve like this, up and down. But the net of that is a slow growth. Growth can be like this. Growth can be parabolic. And I cannot tell you how fun it would be. And again, I'm not talking about the money. But you give me like 1 million followers on YouTube. Let's change it from 10,000. Let's skip 100. Let's skip 250. You give me 1 million followers on YouTube. I got my office wall, because I don't care about the money. I'll tell you what, I'll be making boatloads of it, but it's not for the money. It's for the wall of plaques I'd have that say, YouTube Platinum member, you're super cool. I go, thank you, Mr. YouTube. I appreciate that. I always thought I was pretty cool. You're going to give me money too? No need. Okay, well, I'll take it because I got financial responsibilities. But really, I'm only doing it for the plaques. The Grays are watching. I don't know what the Grays are. Gia's jealous, it sounds like. Somebody wants cheese. That's interesting. We now are up to 74 viewers. How fun is that? I wonder if out of those 74, anyone hasn't subscribed. Jesus does love me. Matthew Long, I'm not going to tell you who just found my page what my channel's all about. You're going to have to watch, and if you like it, you're going to have to subscribe. I would bet you'd like it. Most people do. Jim is so lonely. Well, Jim, you came to the right place. We'll give you a hug here and make you feel a little better and not feel so alone. Jim, Jesus loves you too. You are not alone. Gia, come on. Where is the coffee? I'm sorry. Do I have to be doing this full time? It'd be hard to talk while drinking my coffee. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Originally, a little bit ago, I said my goal should be 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and Eugenio Sanchez said make it 100,000. What if I said 1 million? Let's do that. Let's set the goal. I'm serious, for 1 million subscribers. You guys are going, oh man, the guy hits 5,000. He's got delusions of grandeur. And maybe I do, but I bet if you set it for 1 million, I bet I could achieve it. Because 1 million gets me excited. I'm picturing a wall of plaques. It's crazy that that's what motivates me. But at least it's a specific number, because I've always said I want to grow my page. I'd like to impact more people. Kind of vague numbers. But what if we set it for 1 million? That leaves an impact. I want 1 million subscribers here on YouTube. Chip and Julie and Sabrina going, yeah, whatever. Alexandra going, yeah. My husband, I got to go talk to my husband. Where's my Peloton? It's time to ride my bike. I'm 37. I'm going to ride real hard to get the thoughts of Ken talking about 1 million subscribers out of my head. Julie's going, where's my puppy? Chip's looking for the hot tub. Sabrina, I'm not sure what Sabrina's doing, but she's doing something, and she's doing it beautifully. What about me would interest 1 million people? I don't think that question is relevant at all. And I'm serious about that. I am serious about that. I think it's so often you throw out something and people will tell you, oh, well, your stuff's no good, or, oh, that's a lot of people, or, oh, that can't happen, or, oh, you live in Naperville, or, oh, you're too old, or, oh, you're too tall, short, fat, thin, stupid, smart, whatever. So I think your question about what about me would interest 1 million people has no relevance. You tell me. All right, let's go. What about me would interest 1 million people on YouTube? Okay, you don't have to come up with answers because you don't even need them. I mean, what about me would interest 5,000 people? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if you can get to 5,000, I don't see any reason you can't get to 1 million. Curtis, I don't believe you're really concerned about me at all. I think you have no goodwill for me whatsoever. I think you're one of the people that actually calls my bosses to get me fired. That's how much I think you're concerned about me, Curtis. Personality, insights, honest conversations. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I talk about, okay, Julie Flanagan said my personality. Okay, I don't know. Jim wants to kiss my head. All good reasons. All good reasons. I don't work 9 to 5. Yeah, everybody works 9 to 5. That's not particularly interesting. I look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Another reason. Ken will help to repopulate the world. Oh, it's so good. Hello, Maddie Samuels. How are you? How are you today? So, guys, I, again, want to hit 1 million subscribers. I've set the goal. I'm serious. Even the douchebag that is Curtis Stryker, is more interested in my page because I said I want to hit 1 million subscribers. It all made you feel emotional to some level. You might have had doubt. You might have had skepticism. You could have been a douchebag like Curtis Stryker. But you all had an emotional response. Some of you probably got excited. Some of you probably pictured me in an office with a whole bunch of plaques behind me that said YouTube this and that. I sure did. But if I say I want to hit 6,000 subscribers, that's a snoozer. I don't know what 6,000 will do. I don't even get a plaque for 6,000. I got a whole bunch of plaques for 1 million. A No Country for Old Men said, which is a great movie, by the way. Great movie. Said, you'll get there. Just don't slip up and don't miss a single upload. I can't miss a single upload. I'll be at like 987,000. I'll miss one upload and I'll drop to 5,000 again. It'll be horrible. It'd be horrible. Oh, it's so good. We need a SMART goal. So lower it to hit before 1 million. What does SMART stand for, Alexandra? Oh, Chip, go watch that movie. No Country for Old Men. Really good. Really good. Does SMART stand for anything? Okay, now No Country for Old Men, which, again, I don't know if I've mentioned is a good movie, says just stay persistent. See, I don't know if just staying persistent, because I am persistent, and you get persistent results. I'm going to go with 1 million. Alexandra, I think 1 million is a SMART goal. What do I think about Caillou? I am not a fan of Caillou. Okay, well, I knew it was an acronym for something. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. SMART. That bores the crap out of me, Alexandra. Everything you just wrote bores the crap out of me. I like 1 million better than anything you just wrote. How's that feel, Alexandra? I hope you don't take offense. But everything you just wrote there put me to sleep. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time. That sounds like somebody that has spent too much time at a university would come up with. You know, it really does. It sounds like, hey, let's think of something. We'll call it SMART. We'll sell a class. We'll call it SMART. SMART doesn't touch your emotions. Emotions get results, and passion gets results. 1 million it is. Thank you for coming around. Alexandra, how many Pelotons are you going to sell today? I bet it was your boss that told you, come up with a SMART goal, Alexandra. Sell 2 this week. But I think we could all get excited about 1 million, except for Ryan Stryker. SMART goals will really help if you follow through. Well, I will tell you what. I'm gonna follow through. You guys tune in at 6 o'clock tonight and 5:45 in the morning. I'll be here. Will you? Will you? Fisher, thank you for joining my page. Will you subscribe? Will you subscribe to my page, Fisher? Somebody's from Midnight Melbourne, Australia. How many people live in Australia? I'm going to throw out a number. 15? I only need 6% of Australia's population, and I've never even been to Australia. 1 million's, I guess that's what I'm saying. 1 million's not really a huge goal. To you and to me, it sounds scary. It sounds like so much because we're in this small thought world where 5,000's amazing. But if there's a billion people on this world, in this world, on YouTube, and there probably are, I'm only trying to get 1,000th of that. That's 1/10 of 1%. I've never seen the movie There Will Be Blood. Gia said, Alfredo Pitcher says, you've been with me on YouTube for over a year. Well, thank you, Alfredo. Tell your friends. Tell your friends that Coffee with Ken is going for 1 million subscribers. And be a part of it. Gia, Ken, women have been keeping their eyes on you. Be safe. They might try to steal you. Gia, I appreciate that. And believe me, as a twice divorced man that's still licking his wounds a little bit, this is me licking my wounds. Why, yes, I am licking my hand on my live video. That's just one more reason 1 million people might tune in. He's crazy. He's delusional. He wants 1 million subscribers, and he licks his hand. Byron King, thank you. And Bitopia, thank you. Why'd you retract the message? I was just thanking you. I think a lot of the time following your heart or passion is really just following your emotions. Just something to think about. Well, I don't disagree, Matthew Long. But I'm an emotional guy, and I tend to follow him. Black Panther, I love you for saying that. I don't know. It's not really Black Panther. I bet Black Panther's been taken. BLVK PVNTHV. Yeah. Yeah. I can do this. What do I do when my mods aren't on? Well, I didn't even have mods till this show. So if you've ever watched one of my shows before, you've seen what I do without mods. I just figured out how to do mods last night while laying in bed. I was in the dark. People were going, what the hell? Why is it so dark? Well, I'm in bed. And I was just talking to people as they were. I'm trying to figure some things out here. What about a party? I like the idea. See this, a party for 1 million followers. I tell you what, you get people going, hey, what are we going to do to celebrate? I'm telling you. And I think that's a better way to think about goals than doing a smart one. Because I tell people I'm going to make a smart, time-restrained, realistic, achievable goal. You guys are all falling asleep. I'm falling asleep. You tell them you want 1 million subscribers. You're going, whoa, the guy's crazy. And maybe crazy is a good thing. A parade in Naperville. I don't know. I don't know that a parade in Naperville would be what I'm going for. I mean, I don't know, because I don't need, I might have 500 people that follow me in Naperville, maybe. I don't know that the turnout would be that good. We'd throw candy, although you're not supposed to throw candy in parades in Naperville anymore. It's kind of sad. Where am I from? I'm from Naperville, ironically. Not that ironically. That's why we're going to have a parade here. I just can't stop smiling about the pictures of all my plaques. Somebody please do some research. Tell me what kind of plaque I get for 1 million subscribers. No, Alexander, you have wonderful ideas. Okay, the parade wasn't a bad idea. That SMART goal sucked, though, Alexander. I love you. I think I followed you on Facebook, Alexandra. I don't know. Something's changed on Facebook, too. You can't befriend people on Facebook anymore. Don't totally get what that's all about. Or maybe it's our settings have changed. But I looked her up, and I tried to friend her. And it didn't happen. It's a golden one for $1 million? Well, I mean, what do you got to do for platinum or diamond? Do they have a diamond plaque? That would look beautiful. I don't even have a wall. That's how crazy I am. I'm picturing the plaques on my wall. I don't even have a wall. I look like Jeff Bezos. 10 million for a diamond plaque? Wow. See, okay, I could say 10 million, but that wouldn't be smart. I'm much too smart to say 10 million. I think $1 million is the number that we're going for. Okay, hashtag committed. Alexandra, you are a wonderful human being. So thank you for being hashtag committed. The ex-wife kept the wall. No, she got a new wall. Nobody's at that wall anymore. We don't live at that. Nobody lives at the house that we shared. She's got a new wall. And I've got a basement wall. I'm going to be renting a basement from some dude in Naperville. And I'm going to have a diamond plaque. I won't even care about the money. I'll be on the parade going, diamond plaque, diamond plaque. Oh, that's for 10 million. 100,000 is platinum, 1 million is golden, and 10 million is diamond. Okay, see, platinum would be pretty cool. Yes, I live in a basement. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's great strides. I was living in my Kia Soul 3 weeks ago, or a Motel 6. Bald, basement dwelling divorcee. Pretty much sums it up. Yeah, those are 3 reasons I'd get 1 million subscribers. I should just market to the other bald basement dwelling divorcees out there. There's got to be 1 million of us. That could be my niche. Hello from France, Chloe. Yeah. Again, everyone puts Mr. Beast out there, and I'll tell you what, I've heard him. He's not that spectacular in any sort of way. He was just determined as heck. You know, he kind of looks frumpy. He doesn't sound that smart or that eloquent. He just was determined. Would I like to do liquor business? You can export it to the world and become rich. The irony of that. I'd have a fleet of yachts and all this other stuff. Lamborghinis and stuff. Where'd you amass all this wealth, Ken? Oh, it's my liquor business. Ken, you don't even drink alcohol. Yeah, but it's a great business to be in. YouTube created Mr. Beast. Maybe Mr. Beast created YouTube. Hey, did anybody else hear that? But it is 7 o'clock, and it has been a great show. It doesn't take you being smart, but it's determined you could do anything. That's the point about Mr. Beast. Yeah, Byron, he was determined. So let's shoot for 1 million. We got 62 people watching. Have you all subscribed? Please do. Please do. Help me get to 1 million. Because I'm at 5,000. And we're going from 5,000 to 1 million. And that's going to be a cool story. And that might be the name of my book. And I want to thank you all for joining today. Yeah, thank you all for joining today and following. Do you guys want to know something? You hear that cop going by? Right over there is where I got pulled over and got my DUI. Right there. Right in that gas station. Wasn't a good moment. 5.5 years ago. Haven't had a drink in 3. But anyway, I so appreciate you guys, and I really do, for hopping on today and following along in my story and subscribing and being a part of my show and helping me get to a 1 million subscribers. I'm going to be going live tonight at 6 o'clock and again tomorrow at 5:45. I may or may not hop on between then. I'm probably going to post some videos. I have a lot of fun doing this. I have a lot of energy, and I have a lot of emotional zaniness. So if you want any of that, please follow along. I appreciate you. I hope you guys had a wonderful night's sleep, that you're feeling good, that you are loving yourself, that you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.